remember in that episode too that they gave her rockets to shoot out of the Can we not give her something better?
It's giving.
It's giving unhappy with yourself.
It's giving mommy issues.
Ooh, actually true.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Timey-Wimey Talks with your Sonic sisters.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Tiara.
Yes, and I'll be keeping these on for the whole rest of the episode because
somebody was partying.
Secret agenda.
Somebody was partying way too late last night, and that's her secret agenda.
I go to bed at 9 p.m. every night. Except last night.
Party animal right here. Party animal.
Well, I learned that liquor doesn't sit the same anymore.
She's like, I'm 100 years old. She's like, she's like, hi, everybody.
Let me tell you about my granddaughter Ruby.
Let me tell you something.
Welcome back to Timey-Wimey Talks. It's just the sun hurts me today, but I'm gonna take these off for you guys.
Okay, so let's talk about the episode.
The government secret agenda.
The government secret agenda.
Yeah, so the episode was called Lucky Day.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Day. And it was about Ruby. We're following Ruby again. Doctor's barely in this one. And then this evil man that she starts dating because he has a secret agenda. He's complaining about the government.
And look, he got us fooled too.
Yes.
This fine man could have fooled any girl.
She could not control herself.
I couldn't control myself. We were like, boss, this man is too fine.
See, she likes the normal ones, and I like this. Like, you guys know, you'll know.
She's into hentai.
No.
This is literally an animated character.
Yeah.
She's
that
like, Tiara's into normal. Tiara's into normal guys,
no.
and I'm into this.
You don't get it. This character, there's a reason, and people will know what I'm talking about. He's not a normal person.
Okay.
He's kind of psychotic. So
okay.
I kind of like that.
I was just like, I'm not a normal guy. I'm into animated
I know
guys.
It's wrong, and I know he's not a good person.
Illegal, because that's
still
an
work.
animation,
Uh-huh.
and I'm a human.
I don't watch hentai. I don't watch JoJo's hentai.
Look, there's no problem with hentai.
So you're saying... So what are you saying? Who watches it? Oh, there's no one else here.
Look, I'm not going to say I haven't peeked. You know you have peeked. Please.
Okay.
You're all telling me
I've seen pictures.
You've never telling me you've not watched, not a full episode.
I
Not that it's an episode.
I don't pull it up and be like, Big Mommy Milker. Anime.
No, but you stumble across it. People talk, and I got to
listen, normalize hentai. Normalize hentai being okay.
Hashtag.
Yeah, welcome to Timey-Wimey Talks.
Welcome to Timey-Wimey Talks, where we talk about Doctor Who.
We talk about Doctor Who.
Okay, we're talking about Doctor Who most of the time,
but also other things sometimes.
Other things.
Yes. Let's start talking about the episode. I know we didn't give a great synopsis, but you guys should have watched it. If you didn't, go watch it. Come back, watch it with us, or watch this. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to give props, first of all, to, in the beginning, the monster, the Shriek.
Yeah.
The guy in the suit, excellent job. I know he probably does it for a living, but I just want to say, I was really impressed by the movement. It felt like really creature.
What if it was,
they could have done it CGI.
What if it was
CGI?
CGI?
They didn't. No, they did for part of it. When he bit the guy's arm and stuff. Obviously.
Yeah.
At the end, but
there was
some
a guy
parts,
in the suit.
Yeah, in some parts, in the beginning, where they're with all the mannequins and stuff. By the way, did you guys think that was gonna be something?
Oh my gosh, the mannequins came, and I totally thought it was gonna be the Rose episode. Where the mannequins come in. And so every time he was standing next to a mannequin, I thought it was gonna go out, and I was like, don't near the mannequins, please.
They got us scared for no reason. But it was pretty scary. Some people thought it was going to be the Autons. Forgive me, I forgot to Google that because I just remembered that at this moment. So I'll look it up later. But the Autons, you guys would know what it is. 'Cause
speaking of flashbacks, okay, so I went on a date last week.
Oh!
Okay, so anyways, the guy that I wanted to date with kept like looking behind me. And I was just like, and this was literally just after we watched the last Doctor Who episode.
Oh, shit.
And so I was just like, and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, are you okay? I was like, is there something behind me?
He's like, no, there's nothing behind you.
And then I just like went on a rant about the whole Doctor Who episode and why I was stressed. And then he fell in love. And then he just like, yeah, he was like, oh my God, I love very dark.
He said, no way. Are you Tiara from Timey-Wimey Talks? That's crazy.
But anyways, I was just like, oh my gosh, stop looking behind me, because
that freaked me out.
Because we were in like the middle of a city, so there was stuff going on behind me, but the fact that he just like kept looking behind me, I was just like, bro, do not do that to me right now. I am stressed.
You're like, I get some people, like, eye contact is hard sometimes. Totally get it. Mm-hmm. But also, you don't know what I just went through.
I know. You don't know what I went through in that episode.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just reminded me of that. But anyways, continue with the story.
Okay, so I want to preface this with I guess a very important aspect, and I'm gonna reveal that later. Oh. But I guessed it pretty early on, so it wasn't at the end or anything. I was just really proud of myself. But anyway, you remember how we were saying how we didn't like how Ruby never got to do anything on her own? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she did have one episode where we did see her just by herself when she gets trapped in that. I don't know if it was 73 yards.
Yes.
Was that where she was by herself?
Yes.
Yeah. This is another one where we get like
in another English village pub, which is weird because remember she went to,
like, yeah, she did go to an
I thought it might have been the same one, and I thought that was kind of wacky.
Yeah.
Cool. But maybe that alternate reality that she entered 73 yards. Okay, I'm just going to reveal it. I guess halfway through that what's his face? The guy, what's his name?
I don't remember his name.
I don't know his name in this episode,
Coleman?
But it's Roger Ap Gwilliam.
That's convinced it's Roger.
He said, and at the end, he said, I don't accept your reality. Mrs. Flood comes in, now linking it to 73 yards. That was the reality with Roger Ap Gwilliam. Come on! It's there, guys. And yes, they look different, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Plenty of movies have actors with child actors
age,
that don't look
you know
like
what
them.
I mean? The adults. But also, what we had, like one of our commenters said on our last time, that they wanted to see Mrs. Flood intervening a lot more. Or they, like, were hoping to see Mrs. Flood intervening in the episode, you know? And we don't see Mrs. Flood intervening in the episode, but but like, she takes him out at the end of the jail. Kind of, not, why am I saying foreplaying? Foreshadowing.
Tara, you're still thinking about hentai. I don't know.
Foreshadowing.
It's foreshadowing. What is the foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing that he could be important in the future.
Oh yeah.
So he's obviously a villain. He's giving mad villain vibes. I mean, he was already the villain in the whole TV show. But like giving like his internal hatred. You can see
giving internal hatred.
It's giving
it's giving unhappy with yourself. It's giving lesser.
It's giving mommy issues.
Ooh, actually true.
Because he did get slapped in the beginning of it. But obviously he has this internal anger. And he literally even meets the doctor. He sees the alien. And instead of admitting that he's wrong, he doubles down. And he's like, I hate you. You know? And then he's like,
Get off my planet.
He's like, I don't live in your reality. Get off my planet. Kind of like a tyrant. And he's like, this is my world. Like, he wants to be the controller of this world.
Yes.
Foreshadowing. Foreplaying. Alyssa's theory that this is Roger William.
Roger what? I can't say it either. Roger Ap Gwilliam. That's him. There's got to be something like a it's got to be an acronym or something. Like Ap Gwilliam is so weird. His name Coleman? God, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I don't remember what his name. James or something? It's James Coleman? Yeah. Am I just literally just making stuff up?
I don't know, probably.
Totally.
I don't know, probably. But anyway, he is important. And this was a very good revealing episode. So we've established this is 100% canon, 100% fact. He is Frat Trap Gwilliam, right?
100%.
Yes. And
no questions asked.
He creates this world with 73 yards or whatever. Reality's broken with Belinda, which that was curious when he did go to see the doctor, and it was before he met Belinda. I wonder why that's significant. Why did he meet him then? Why is it? Because then the events with Belinda happen afterwards, where reality breaks on May 24th or 25th. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So why? I feel like I'm almost there. I'm almost there, you guys. And I'm sure everybody on the internet right now, like we said before, we don't read anything or watch anything before we avoid spoilers.
We avoid spoilers. Also, we don't really watch other people's reviews until we review it ourselves, because we don't want to like steal any of your ideas or like be biased on it. And then we watch it afterwards, and that's when we like to comment and like see what you guys think.
We were wrong.
And then
that's okay.
Yeah,
we can admit we were wrong, unlike Coleman, Ruby's boyfriend.
Ruby's boyfriend. Yeah.
Ruby's fake boyfriend.
Ruby's fake boyfriend could not admit that he was wrong.
So going back to Ruby, I liked her a little more in this episode. But the one thing I would change, you know, at the end when she catches him, and then she's, what did she say? She said, go to hell. I wanted her to say, idiot. Like, that would be so funny. That would be so much better. Because, he is an idiot. I just like calling people stupid.
You're dumb.
It's really fun.
You're dumb.
Not to their faces,
But yeah, I was kind of embarrassed for Ruby for like falling into that trap or whatever, because if that was me, I'd be so embarrassed. Like, oh god, the cringe I felt when like they took off the mask and her boyfriend like wasn't real and it was just like fake the whole time. I just felt so cringe, and I was just like,
yeah, I feel that.
I felt like secondhand cringe. I'm like, Ruby, that's so odd.
I want to say that part with the reveal and the creatures or whatever, this was supposed to be his big thing. Like, this is exposing unit or whatever. Clearly you're wasting our taxpayer dollars. It didn't really make sense to me, because if the audience is watching this live stream and they see Ruby on camera, and she's already talked about this stuff on his podcast. If they see this video and she's already identified that those aren't shrieks. So obviously she knows what actual shrieks look like. And it hasn't been revealed to her that these are like fake people in suits, so she wouldn't say that to cover up for unit or anything. So logically, wouldn't you think as an audience member to be like, oh well, that just doesn't make sense?
I think there could be an ulterior. I think there could be an ulterior motive, and here's why I think there could be an ulterior motive. Because he sees Ruby or whatever, takes the picture with Ruby. He sees the monster with the doctor and Ruby and literally sees it like disappear because the doctor like vaporizes it. Yeah. He sees the doctor like fly in on a time traveling thing or whatever. So he knows the accounts.
Oh yeah, he lied.
Like he knows that there's monsters and aliens. So I don't believe this whole thing that he was like, I think he's more in it for power, more and like fame, more than the fact that he just doesn't like they're taking taxpayer monies. I think that's a front for him to try to gain power,
which is why Mrs. Flood stole him, because she's like, oh, that's a good chaos.
She's like,
leader
I like that. He just like because he's not doing it based on logic and like he wasn't doing this whole stage thing based on, oh, I genuinely care for people's taxpayer dollars. It was just and we even see that in the episode when he almost killed one of the unit soldiers or whatever, and they're like, you killed somebody? Like, do you not even care that you like almost killed somebody?
Like, oh, this guy's a sociopath.
And then he like looks around, but everybody sees him as a monster, and he's like, that's not the point here. The point here is, so like you can see how unempathetic he is. Like he's genuinely just evil, you know, like he doesn't have any ulterior motive other than he just wants power, and it's not even about saving taxpayer dollars. That's just his front to get more people in his little powers.
Yes, well, exactly. Like you were talking about, you kind of connected it to like the insurrection on. Is that what that's the word?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Back in January of whatever year, I don't remember. Chaotic time. But, just saying these things and getting people excited, having a live stream with millions and millions of viewers, like, people are not going to think about the fact that I just mentioned that it wouldn't really make sense. People are going to agree with him. Also, the fact, Trinity Wells is there.
We had a lot of people.
Love
we had
her.
Kate. We had Trinity Wells.
Kate killed it. I'm such a fangirl. I am such a fangirl of Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. Like, she's just so good every time. Like, that moment when she, like, checks on Ruby, just every line delivery. I'm sorry, I don't know her actress's name, but she is so, so good. Love you so much. I would love to meet her one day.
I have a question for you, though.
Fangirl.
Do you think she went out of hand when she basically released the monster and like showed the whole world that what is the monster thing?
Yeah, it came, the shriek. It came close to killing him.
Yeah, it came close to killing him. And then even her boyfriend was like, Kate, that's a little too far.
Well, I think
How do you feel about that?
I think go out, Kate. I don't care. That guy's stupid. He's bad, and I don't know, let him die. But also, for posterity's sake, you can't show Unit letting a guy be killed. But I think it was also personal because he attacked her father.
Yeah. But I mean, a strong person wouldn't succumb to suck.
I think we're strong people, but also we get emotional. Mm-hmm. Kate might be like the most banging lady ever. She might be just amazing, super smart. I love her so much. But she's got to have her triggers too.
I do think they were kind of trying to show Kate as this like mom sense in Ruby's eyes, because even the girl in the wheelchair, what is her name?
Speaking of, I don't know. That's the thing, I don't know, because here she is in the thing. She hands the weapon to Ruby to take care of business, number one. Number two, she rolls past her and she's like, oh, hot girl, were they talking about you or me? Ha ha ha. And then at the end, she rolls back. And what does she say? She said some other dumb shit. And I was like, what, is she just here to make sassy quips and roll away? Like, what is her character? I'm sorry. Is she just here, like, for nothing reason? Like, I love that there's inclusivity, but also, like, give them a point to the story, because if you're just here, oh, hot girl, was she talking about you and me? And then she rolls back. Oh my God, what was the second thing she said where I was just like, what is she here for? What is she doing here? But no hate towards her. I think she's like good at acting. I think she delivered her lines well. I just think that the lines are really lacking for this poor woman.
No, I know. Honestly, I agree, because there was one, it was when one of the episodes where it was Rose, the other Rose, Donna's daughter, or whatever. Yeah. The girl with the wheelchair was there, and they had to make a comment that was like, I'll meet you up there. And like, no, come on. She's like, I can't make it up the stairs.
I don't remember that. Like, what? Is she here just for comedy purposes? Like, I'm sorry. I love that. Listen, remember in that episode too that they gave her rockets to shoot out of? Can we not give her something better? I don't know. I feel bad, but it's valid. I feel like we're very valid. I mean, correct us if we're wrong. But give her something.
We want to see how strong she is and her importance.
Yes, you
adding rockets to a wheelchair isn't promoting inclusivity.
I would love if her wheelchair were electric to anybody who not to her, it's coded to her DNA or whatever, but I would love if her wheelchair was electric based or something, and then if you touch it, it's even Davros's you remember when Davros was rolling around with $50?
That's the kind of disability I'm trying to see out here. A type of Davros. That's a bad mamma jamma right there.
Love Davros, real.
He may be in a chair, but he's got power, he's got control, he's got manipulation tactics.
Yes. And we love that.
See that.
That's what I want to see for inclusivity. So I'm glad there's a wheelchair person. I'm glad there's a trans person. But also the thing is, we didn't like what they gave them to work with.
Yeah, so, I think they gave them really dumb roles to work with. Yeah. So that's just in my opinion.
And that's not to say they've done it all wrong.
No.
Nothing is actually coming to my mind, but I know there's been something with like the last episode, the well, with the deaf girl. That was really well done.
They used that perfectly.
Yeah.
And tied in her deafness and made her like not a hero, but like the deafness went.
It centered on her.
Yeah, it centered on her. It gave her like a really major role.
Mm-hmm. And it made it work in the story too, and that was really like I loved it.
Amazing.
I mean, I like it. I'm not gonna say I love it because I love Midnight, and I'm just inherently biased to not love a sequel as much because, well, there you go. The only good sequel is Shrek 2, and I will stand by that forever unless you guys have different suggestions that I haven't seen yet. Shrek 2 is the sequel that surpasses the original. Alvin and the Chipmunks comes close as well. When they're chipwrecked, that's a good one.
Anyways, okay. I have something that I want to talk about.
Talk about it.
Okay, so I like how they kind of went on this theme here on distrust in the government, and we see that this is like the theme of the episode where we're like, do we trust the government? Do we not trust them? And this kind of just we have in America, I don't know if you know American politics, but there's this whole, I don't know if you've heard of QAnon, there's vaccines, there's been a million conspiracy.
Talk about RFK.
Yeah, there's a whole conspiracy theory, just war going on with the government right now. That everybody distrusts the government. We're just tell us about the UFOs, tell us that vaccines cause autism, and I know that you are sex trafficking children using pizza.
What?
I don't know where that came from, but that was a whole thing.
No, Wayfair sex trafficking.
Oh, Wayfair sex trafficking too.
Did you hear about that?
Yes.
That was years ago.
It's literally just the most craziest conspiracy theories that you can think of. But this totally just
actually, I kind of believe in the Wayfair one a little.
This is the problem.
It's just like how Avril Lavigne was replaced years and years and years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be true.
But this is very centered on the government, where it's just we just don't trust the government at all. We can't trust they're starting the fires in California. Literally anything that you can think of that goes on in America is has a conspiracy theory attached to it, and
it's no, so might as well make it up.
Yeah, exactly. And so this kind of whole episode was kind of this guy has this whole conspiracy theory agenda to go against UNIT and gets all these people to come rally with him, and it just so much reminded me of what's going on in politics and conspiracy theories in our day and age, where people genuinely don't have a degree. Not that you need a degree to be smart, because
some people are poor, so
you don't need a degree to be smart. But one, they're not the ones running the tests to confirm that the people that are on vaccines have autism. They don't know that there's 100% a correlation there. They're not firemen to know that the fires are started by the government. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sorry, I literally just took a shit in my campsite and tried to burn it, and I started a fire. It was my bad.
You did that?
No, I think that was one of the fires that started in America.
Oh, yeah.
Was because somebody tried to burn their poop. And then started a huge
when you're
forest
camping,
fire.
There's no rules, honestly.
I did it. I didn't do it. For the government to know, it wasn't me, but I'm just saying that was a case that did happen here. So I was just pretending it was me, but it wasn't me.
Okay.
I don't burn my poop.
So what RFK said that the vaccines were causing autism. So then
yes.
So then everybody got what?
So RFK is our health person now for America. And so he was on this whole anti-vax agenda that was vaccines are bad for you. They're causing kids to have autism, blah, 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 blah. Well, now that there's this whole conspiracy theory about vaccines and their detriment to people's health, now nobody's taking vaccines. And there's a whole outbreak of measles going on right now because no one took the measles vaccine because they're
oh, did you see the other day they discovered the first child with polio since the 1900s?
Guys, if you don't understand something, if you are not a doctor, you did not go to school for that in specific. You've not spent years looking into things, if you don't know what a mitochondria is.
Yeah, well, and also...
If you don't know that that's the powerhouse of the freaking cell.
You know, fluoride, I noticed in my dentist's office, they stopped offering it. And I'm not going to touch that. I'm not a doctor nor a dentist. So I don't truly know what fluoride does. I won't pretend that I do. But I like to opt for it because I feel like it does make my teeth stronger. I've never had a cavity when I get fluoride. I don't know. And maybe that's just my confirmation bias of I've never had a cavity. So
my dad has been against fluoride since I've been a kid.
Yeah.
Like before the whole conspiracy theory started. So I've never opted for fluoride.
I do disagree with the tap water, putting it in the tap water, because then it's not your choice. But if I want fluoride, can I have it? Please? Can I kill myself?
If I want to be double COVID shot up by Johnson & Johnson,
I will give them permission.
Can I at least have the option to be...
Listen, I want the choice. I want the choice. We're all about choice here. So if you don't want it, cool, sure. If you don't want a vaccine for your child and it dies, natural selection.
I don't agree with that, because there's some kids that literally can't have vaccines that are stuff, and that's what's causing the outbreaks, because so many kids, I think in kids you have to have, in America at least, you have to have a vaccination card in order to attend our schools. Like public schools, you have to have your vaccination card fill out with all the vaccinations.
That's fair, because
it spreads. You're in a close quarter, and also babies can't get all the vaccines at once because it's not healthy for them. Mm-hmm. So it puts the babies at risk if all the kids in the school aren't all vaccinated, and that's why we have a measles outbreak. And yes, you don't see people die from measles or polio. You know why? Because everybody's been vaccinated. Oh my god, it's crazy how that works. So crazy. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this, guys.
But we're just podcasters. What do we know?
Exactly.
I work in insurance. What do I know? You know? It's like we can't say that for sure, so we'll put this disclaimer, all opinions are our own. You can comment on them and or echo our sentiments if you should choose. We like that too. But it is ridiculous, but just how much violence and mistrust can be incited just by
And this episode was just a great example of this episode triggered me because I just got so annoyed because I was just he just reminded me of just everybody here just causing chaos out of. They're I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard the government's do. You don't know it's true, so why do you care so much?
Speaking of Trinity Wells, I didn't like that she said that it was, I love you, Trinity, I know you're back in the 2000s, you didn't have your own show, now you have your own show, and I love that for you.
Trinity Wells is the newscaster in this episode.
Yeah, so she said that it was an innocent prank that the guy pulled or whatever, and I was actually... The same argument he's making for unit spending the taxpayer money, he is now, I get that there was a purpose there, but he is also spending taxpayer money and resources to get unit out there and mobilize everybody. But, go off, I guess. But also, that was the one big thing I had in this episode of that stunt. It didn't really make sense to me. I was I don't understand why that would convince people, but also
what I thought... To me, I thought why he did the stunt to show that these aren't even powerful. But no, that these aren't even real monsters, and you got the whole unit out here to search for fake monsters or whatever, and it's if I'm spending all this taxpayer money and these monsters aren't even real, and it just shows them looking stupid or whatever to make them look dumb.
That's true, and I guess split judgment you would see that, but also thinking about it just for half a second, it's well. Wouldn't they mobilize everybody if a creature like that was really dangerous and they're actually really worried about it? I don't know. Maybe that's me knowing that unit is good, though. Those people don't really know. So, what am I saying? Very valid concerns, I guess. And you can't really... Because we know unit's real, so here I am being well, duh. Me shitting on people for that. But it's fake TV people, so I don't care, actually. But yeah, we... Let's recap, okay? He's Roger Gwilliam.
He's Quadra, not Gwilliam.
Who's Mrs. Flood?
Mrs. Flood, we don't know. I think she's like somehow, I don't know, maybe controlling this narrative, this story. Yeah. And it's all gonna lead into one final moment. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I think she's the god of reality or something.
We do hear a lot of like evil laughs, like you know, so I'm like, that just foreshadowing something also. That, what is it, the god of music or whatever?
Yes. By the way, I just watched a compilation of Jinx Monsoon. Love her. Like, I that made me have so much more appreciation.
Jinx Monsoon is the
drag queen that played.
The drag queen that plays.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maestro.
I
don't know why we kept forgetting. We've forgotten the other episodes too. But yeah. Love her, but sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's like a lot of foreshadowing of like what's happening. So Roger Rob Williams somehow going to be involved. I feel like the maestro somehow is going to pop back in somewhere. I don't know, because we hear a lot of the like that she does. Like,
but
it's
also,
very musical.
Did the Toymaker do that?
Did the Toymaker do that? There has been a lot of musical.
Like, ha 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 ha. He did like a whole like big thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And one of Jack of all trades, he has his own podcast, All Trades Jack. Check it out. I was listening to him, and he was like super excited that there might be like a musical number at the end, like where there's just like literally just gonna be the whole episode's gonna be a musical.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool, actually.
Because he was like, you know, like we just see all this like musical stuff. We don't get like a whole musical where it's like the whole thing being a musical.
Yeah. Just kind of breaks it for a second.
That was a good
And then
thought.
Mrs. Flood will be like, welcome to my reality.
Welcome to my reality. And it's like all just musicalness.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think this episode was pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a lot. It gave us a lot for the overarching story building that we have.
Mm-hmm. And I was, at first, I wasn't excited, honestly, to see Ruby again.
No.
I said, Alyssa, I was like, are you excited to see Ruby? Because, like, I don't really want to watch this episode, to be honest.
Yeah, you said they better not end up together. Well, you wanted him for yourself.
I wanted him for myself, her boyfriend. But that ended up Eats being evil, and then he gave me the egg.
And then I was like, no, I'm just kidding. He was stupid.
But by the end of this episode, I didn't end up hating her as much. Not that I hated her, but I just didn't I wasn't annoyed that she was the star of the episode. Like, I actually learned to like her a lot more in this episode. Like, I thought it was a lot of character development. Yeah. And like, you kind of see her struggle that she has internally where she feels like no one to relate to. Yeah. No one can relate to her experiences. She can't talk about her experiences. Anytime she does talk about the experiences, people think she's crazy. Mm-hmm. And this can't be, and I don't know, it just hurts me because the doctor came to go visit the guy in jail and didn't come to go visit Ruby to check in on her.
That's true.
Which kind of irritated me because I was like, the doctor was like, you hurt Ruby. To her fake boyfriend.
That is so fake.
And went to be like, I don't like that you did that, and kind of told him off and being a protective older brother, but didn't even go check on Ruby when he knows that she's hurting and she's alone, and he left. He didn't leave her because it was her choice to stay.
Yeah, don't be not that we're on the guy's side, but don't be so, what's the word? I'm forgetting everything today.
I don't know.
It's when you're wrong, but you're calling somebody out for...
Hypocritical?
Yes, don't be such a hypocrite, doctor. Mm-hmm. Seriously. Here you are popping off, but I also liked Ruby a little more. I liked that because, they talked about those adventures that they had off camera or whatever, and they tied it into, we just met the Beatles, but they showed us, them going through the shopping mall, I assume, trying to find the Shriek. So I kind of liked that. It gave a little this is how they play in banter,
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I think that connected a bit of the dots.
It did connect. It kind of made me like her a bit more. Also to see her struggle and not be as all silly
whimsical,
goofy all the time and just I'm just a teenage girl and I'm hot and blah blah blah. This was more relatable where she was just I feel left here and real. Alone and sad and I don't feel like I have a purpose, which a lot of the companions feel. Mm-hmm. We get the same episode, we get the same feeling Jody and what was the like we had like that really good connection with Jody and her companion. I think she might have been Indian. Maybe she wasn't. I forgot what her name was. I'm not one to ask. But one of Jody's companion, we watched it.
Not a hater, just
yeah.
I don't have much memory.
Yeah, I don't have much memory of it either. But I like those moments where we can like relate to the companion and just like you know, see their hurt. It like kind of makes you relate to them a lot more. So I like that they included that in this episode because I could finally have a connection with Ruby that I never had in the like entire first season.
She's more fleshed out person. And
yeah.
I also like that they didn't just, because it seemed like earlier when they first like did the first season premiere, where they were like, they just took the old like companions or whatever and they're like, Unit has a place for you or whatever. Unit could use somebody like you. And then they showed us at the end like, you know, that heartfelt moment with Ruby and Kate where she was like, hey, I don't think Unit's for me. Like, I gotta go live somewhere else and like live out my life.
I was gonna say that too.
I like that. She's not just roped into the whole Unit thing, which is cool, granted, and I'm glad that they have a place, but also, you know, it's not really realistic. And also if you do it over and over and over again. I mean, we didn't see Rose, Donna's daughter, but apparently she still works with Unit. Apparently Donna still consults for Unit. Where's the other 14th doctor? I mean, you know, when they split, where's like I don't know. So I like that they branched out.
Yeah, I like that
Ruby has to go.
Yeah, Ruby's like, I'm not gonna join you in Unit. Like, because you just think like, oh, like this is a way that you can like still fight crime and like be on edge and stuff. But she was like, no, like, I'm not okay. Like, I don't need to be fighting anything right now. Like, I need to see where I'm at in my head. Like, I need to just get away from that. And I thought that was really, like, mature of her to be like, I want this energy and excitement, but also, like, I think I'm, like, actually, like, mentally not okay. Like, I think I have problems. And, like, she's like, I think I have PTSD, which we've never seen that from any of the companions. Like we've...
I'm going to disagree with you.
Where?
Sarah Jane in School Reunion.
What?
At, like, the end of... When she first, like, discovers David Tennant is the doctor, right? Sarah Jane from classic seasons. She was like, you just left me. They had, like, a whole conversation.
Yeah,
like,
that was, like... But I mean, like, where she's, like... Where we see them, like, sitting down in a restaurant and they're just, like, freaking out that, like, something's, like, the paranoia. The, like, danger is gonna come. Yeah. Like, we see them being, like, I'm left alone, you know? Like, we see that with a couple of, like, companions, like, Jody and Sarah Jane. But, like, the, like, whole PTSD, like, I literally think... I'm like finding danger.
Yeah,
like,
I'm always stressed out.
Like I'm always just like on edge thinking I'm gonna die. Yeah. Like I was like, that's so valid. I was like, duh. Like that makes so much sense that you feel that way.
I know. You're right. So yeah.
And the doctor.
Good job this time, Ruby. Not that I don't want her to be like at peace, right? But now I actually want to see her again.
I do. Yeah. I want to see her again.
Yeah.
I'm like, come over sometime.
Hey girl.
You can hang out with us.
Hey girl, let's go to brunch. Sorry, what were you gonna say about the doctor?
No, I just was like, I just thought it was like, I just wish he would have checked in on her. That's all I wanted.
I know, what an asshole. Seriously. Dude. He's such a hypocrite, and also, is it too hard? Is it too hard? Also, what about freaking Anita? He spent a whole goddamn year with Anita, and then just gave her a job.
Gave her a job?
Recommendation. Not even the job. He gave her the recommendation. Like, what is he doing with these people's lives? You need to reflect on that, sir. And I think that's a good place to close it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching today.
Thank you for watching Timey-Wimey Talks.
Yeah.
We will see you next week for the next episode.
We'll be here. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe, please. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. We like you guys. It's pretty chill over here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna like catch it or what?
Am
I gonna have to catch it myself?
But yeah. Catch you on the flip side.
Over and out, people.
Stay cool. Let us know. Actually, just confirm my opinion that.
Oh yeah, it's Squadra Williams. Yeah, she needs to feel validated.
Or you could disagree if you have valid points.
If you don't,
go to hell.
That was good.